guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki for those of you who are new here, and for those of you who are not, welcome back guys. So I haven't actually sat down to film in a while. I had content coming out, but anyway, today I've been waiting for this package to get here and I'm so excited. So I ordered from Hayleys Beauty, which by the way, I've always been looking for their powder at Target, but I couldn't ever find it. So it's a pretty pricey brand that is affordable. Does that make sense? Because it was at Target, and so for a drugstore brand, it's not super cheap. But I got a package from them, you guys, and I'm so excited. Here it is. So I ordered a few things, and I actually got it when everything was on sale, which is really nice. So I got a few goodies simply because I placed an order while they were having a sale. And I'm pumped. So most of these things I got off recommendation from Juicy Jazz here on YouTube. She talks about this brand a lot. She's had some sponsorships with them, and honestly, her and I have pretty similar skin, so I was just okay, I have to try this. I've been looking for this powder forever, and I have a ton of powders already, but she talked about this powder it was the last bag of chips in the world. She was everybody needs to go get this. In Spanish we have a saying that's la última Coca-Cola del desierto, and this is that. For her, she was saying that this is the last Coke in the desert, right? So we're gonna dig in. So in my order, I purchased 2 of their loose setting powders. This is the Retouch Perfecting Setting Powder, and for 2 of them I paid $22. Normally I think one of them is $22, so it was a really big sale. Juicy Jazz was promoting it, and so I went ahead and popped on that. And I also got 2 of their primers. I'm banking on loving this stuff because I ordered 2. I didn't order their foundation because from what I saw, it was a more light coverage foundation, and if you guys watch my channel, you know I'm a full coverage queen, so that just wasn't gonna work. But it was really cool because they also sent me their Remix complexion sponge. So I actually wet a sponge already, but I forgot this was in my order, so I'm definitely gonna use this in today's video so that we can, see it. It is latex free and blah blah blah. Yeah, so I'm gonna try this out as well, and look how cute this is. So I got the sponge and this little bag for free. For those of you who don't know, I'm currently in a master's program, so this will be my new pencil pouch because I always use makeup bags as my pencil pouches, and this one is so cute, and it's a really nice little canvas material. So that was a cute little bonus. But really today what we're going to be testing is the powder, their primer, and their sponge. And by the way, my order total for getting everything was $42, which is actually really great considering I got all of these things. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop off camera. I'm gonna wet my sponge. I'll be right back so that we can jump into the skin. And I'm so excited to test a new primer. I hope it's amazing. Okay guys, so I'm back, and I just wanted to show you the sponge real quick. It's really nice and super soft. It feels very much like a beauty blender kind of sponge, so that's nice. Oh, I didn't even notice, but and I bet you guys won't be able to see it, but it has a little engraving on it, which I've never really seen, and it says Hayleys in teeny tiny letters. I doubt you guys will be able to see it. Maybe I'll insert a photo here. Super cute. So I'm in the mood. It's late at night and I'm so excited to just sit down and film. I haven't gotten to do this in a while, so I'm turning on a candle. By the way, I'm gonna be filming an Amazon favorites video, and this is a reusable lighter, so you guys will be seeing that video coming soon. Just FYI, I'll link it down below when it's up. Okay guys, so jumping straight into it, I'm gonna go in with the Hayleys Beauty Retouch Primer. So this is what the little box looks like. By the way, this is cruelty free and vegan, which I love. And this is the packaging. Okay, so I actually thought this was gonna be larger. This is their Refine Primer. This is their foundation primer, and it does have a little bit of a tint to it, you can see, but I bet it'll come off invisible. I really love this packaging. So by the way guys, I have normal to combination skin. My nose is really oily pretty much all year round, and I don't have very large pores, but I do have obviously everybody has pores, but they're most visible right here. I do have right now I have some scarring from some breakouts, just giving you guys a hint of or an insight as to what my skin is generally like. So I'm gonna go ahead and, how do I open this? What? Oh my god, what is happening? Did I break this? Okay, y'all, I feel real dumb. So for some reason in Juicy Jazz's videos, I was pretty sure I saw her like do this like a concealer and like take it off like this and then I had a wand. But I was really wrong. So I figured it out. Let me show you guys, because for some reason like this packaging had me stumped. So you open it like this, and then this, you just squeeze it. Like I didn't actually get it out yet, but like you just squeeze some out. So I'm gonna take about this much. It was actually really easy to use, and I like that it's a squeezy tube. I just couldn't figure that out. It feels like the Professional, if you guys know what that feels like, but at the same time, oh, it like really filled in my pores. Wow. But at the same time, it feels less silicone-y, if you kind of know what I mean. Still that silicone texture, but not as slippy. Sometimes I feel like this one almost feels like a powder finish, like if I was rubbing powder on my skin, and it feels really soft. I don't know if you guys could tell before, but like my nose was a little bit more oily, and definitely I could instantly see like the amount of pores on my like cheek area were instantly like went away a little bit. I'm gonna put just a little bit more. Just want you guys to be able to kind of see that. It really does fill them in really nicely. Even under my eyes, I could feel it like kind of like put away some of those little fine lines I have. I really like this so far. Normally I don't love primers that are that texture, but I think it was okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and test out the sponge now. I'm just gonna use a foundation that is like tried and true. I know what it performs like. This is the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation. This is in the shade Bronze Beige. This is the original one. It is not their like dewy one that they came out with. So just kind of for reference. And my sponge is damp. I did get it wet already. And pretty much I'm just looking right now to see that this primer doesn't like really like perform weird or like leave any weird like situation on my skin, or that it doesn't like ball up or make my foundation look strange, you know what I mean? Like I'm just looking for those major red flags to not happen. And so far so good. So far this sponge is performing pretty much like any other of my like favorite sponges, and I really like it so far. I will say that pretty much on its first use I'm noticing that it is like soaking up a little bit of product, not too much. But I find that normally sponges on their first go soak up a bit of product, and that's fine by me because I know that like that first go is pretty much always like that for sponges. I really like the sponge. I think I'm going to continue to use it. It feels very similar to my Bakey sponge. This is like a Beauty Blender dupe, and this feels exactly like what a Beauty Blender would feel like, maybe even a little softer. So if you're looking for a nice sponge and you're on their website, like I really like this. So just that's like my 2 cents on that. Okay guys, so you can see I have applied some concealer under my eyes. I'm not gonna go super light on the concealer. This is actually the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. This one's in the shade Medium 22, but I'm also going to use a little bit of the e.l.f. 16 Hour Concealer in the shade Light Sand. This is the matte one. Just to lighten this up, I definitely just dipped my finger into it. So I'm gonna talk about this real quick before I jump in and blend this out. So I'm gonna go in with the Hayleys Beauty Retouch Perfecting Powder, and Juicy Jazz says that this is like airbrush in a bottle, can, whatever you want to call this. And I just want to say first, like off the bat, I really like the packaging. I want to kind of show it to you guys next to the collab one. So in the powder sense, it looks about the same, but this one has a way larger lid. So I like that this is skinnier and just more compact overall. So it has like a little sifter protector when you open it up, and then it just kind of comes out like this. And basically what I do when I have powders like this is I just kind of flip over the lid and then pat it back down, and you know, that's a decent amount of product. And then I like to go ahead and like set my under eyes with my Tati Beauty Blendiful or Baby Blendiful. This one's the Baby Blendiful. And I just pick up my powder like this, and that's how I set my under eyes. And then I will also go in with a really large brush to kind of just like pat everything in. Sometimes I'll go in with like a pressed powder. So I'm gonna try to only use the Hayleys Beauty powder today since this is a Hayleys Beauty review, but I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out and I'll show you guys when I like set everything and how it looks. Okay guys, so far so good. You can see that my under eyes look nice and bright now. I blended out that concealer, and now I'm just gonna take my little BB Beauty Blendiful and start setting underneath my eyes. I believe this is the translucent shade. I think they only have one shade of this powder, and I like that because it is like one size fits all. So yeah, this one, it just says, yeah, it's the only one they have because it just says like Retouch Loose Setting Powder. That's nice because I feel like you can't go wrong like picking a shade or anything, and like everybody can use it, so it's really like shade inclusive. I love that. Kind of like baking and pressing in on the areas that I kind of crease, and then I'm just going to go in with a large fluffy brush. This one is from Equate Beauty. You get that at Walmart, and I'm just going to dip my brush into the powder and like set it around the rest of my face. Okay, wait, like literally, you guys, I don't have pores anymore. They're gone. Like especially around right here where normally I see the most pores. Using that primer in conjunction with this powder, I feel like they have completely disappeared. So obviously I'm gonna have to see how this powder like wears and stuff throughout the day and all of that stuff, and like I'm gonna have to test it out more than once. This is obviously like just a first impressions, but normally for me, like if a powder goes on good and I can get it to set everything nicely, it's gonna stay good throughout the day. I don't really have issues with any powder that I've ever tried and it like getting weird looking. So that set my skin really nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup, and I'll come back with everything done so that you guys can, you know, see how everything performs and what it looks like completed on the face and skin, and like how all my other products lay on top of everything. And I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is my finished makeup look. Honestly, I think my skin looks incredible. It is definitely like a matte, you know, look that I have kind of done. I didn't go super intense on the highlight like I normally do. Also, this is like a real mole of mine, but I did add it back in because I did a whole different look. If you guys want to see this makeup look in particular, it's a recreation of a look that Nikita Dragon posted on her Snapchat story a while back. So if you guys want to see that, I will link this makeup look in the description down below once it's up. But yeah, like all my products went on really smoothly over everything, and I actually really like the way that my under eyes look. I find that sometimes once I set my under eyes with literally any concealer and then set them, that for some reason my under eyes kind of look crackly and dry, and I love that this is a super smoothing powder. Like my skin looks incredible, but my under eyes don't look dry and cakey and cracked. Yeah, obviously I'm not going, well obviously it's not obviously you guys. It is like 12:22 right now. It's pretty late, and I actually do wake up pretty early, even though I'm in quarantine. I have a pretty packed schedule. So I will not be leaving this makeup on, but I will continue to try these products. You guys will see them featured in my videos. Definitely feel free to ask me how I feel about them after a while. But so far I think I'm in love. I think they're definitely gonna be a staple, and I think my favorite thing was definitely the powder, but I loved the sponge, and I love the primer as well. I was really surprised at how much I liked it, but definitely I think my favorite thing is just this powder. I feel like it really like makes everything look impeccable and beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Hayleys beauty review / first impressions, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys, love you.